To start this project, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a contour line around myself and my husband. For this project, I picked a photo of my husband and I on our 10-year anniversary renewing our vows in New York City. So for this, I'm actually doing two people, which is significantly harder than one, but I'm up for the challenge. So what I'm going to do to make this easier for myself is, first of all, I'm going to put my screen in tablet mode. That's going to allow me to draw a little bit more accurately, although you can't personally see me doing that. I wanted to let you know what I was doing. All right, I'm going to take my stylus. What I'm going to do is, if I'm zoomed in, I notice that this works a little bit better. I'm going to make sure I'm on my pen. My opacity is 100. My size is 60, just like I have it set up, and it is black. What I'm going to do from here is whoops, I did not mean to do that. I'm going to undo those two little marks. It doesn't want to undo, so there we go. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully outline. Oh, not wanting to work. Every now and then it does this sometimes. Okay, so right now I'm trying to draw on my screen and it's not doing anything. If that's the case, sometimes you can just go to the home button and come back in and it'll work. Sometimes I can hit the undo button and then it'll start working again. So I'm actually going to hit the home screen and I'm going to go back into it. And so now I should be able to do it again. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully try to outline and trace my facial features. I'm going to move the screen as many times as I need to. I'm going to go ahead and just work on getting these details, getting these outlines. As I go through this, there are going to be some facial features or some items throughout this that I might create an outline. There might be times that I don't want to create quite an outline. So for example, for my eyebrows, I might want to create the texture of my eyebrows. By actually drawing in the hairs of the eyebrows. Now, it looks funny right now. It's going to sometimes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom back out and see how it looks now, completely zoomed out, before I decide what I want to do. If I want another view, I can look at it without the picture below it, and that'll help me. So I'm fine with how these look right now. If I change my mind later, I can always go back and fix it. Not as crazy about that left eyebrow, but it's fine. Then I'm just going to continue working on my project. Now, I will say when I go to outline certain things like my eyeballs, the smaller the detail, sometimes it is more difficult to get those details in. I'm just going to do the best that I can. I didn't like that bottom line. Don't get too focused or worried on it when it's tiny like this. Don't forget to zoom back out, see what it looks like, take off that layer. Now it doesn't look so funny anymore. Sometimes you just gotta trust your tracing and trust your ability. I'm still gonna go in, I'm gonna try to make it as accurate as I can. I'm gonna add in the things that aren't maybe as flattering about myself, but they're still part of me, and I'm not gonna try and change who I am or make myself look better or different than I am, because I want, when this is done, it to look like me. Now, for the purposes of time, I'm going to go ahead and let you watch the remaining part of this as a time-lapse video so that you can see what it looks like as I get this finished and see how the whole process works together and what it will be like as a contour line drawing when I get this entire step done for the entire project. I will most likely leave out the background because I think it's a little too busy, and I've got plenty of things to work with the portrait of myself, my husband, and both of our hands. As you watch the time-lapse part of this video, really pay attention to how I go about doing things like the hair and the details. With hair, you want the lines to go with the same direction and the movement of the hair, but also be the correct length. So for my husband's hair, I did short lines, whereas my hair was long lines in the direction that they actually grow. I also add in details like the fingernails and the creases on the fingers, which make it stand out in the end.